More Alderman Raymond Lopez of Chicago's 15th Ward joining us now. Alderman, it's so good to see you again. Thank you for making the time. I know the last time we spoke, you said top of mind was concern over what you call collateral captures. And in your words, you were saying the grandmas and the grandpas who have been here for decades, who've been paying taxes, but are undocumented, you fear would be swept up in all of this. What have you seen over the past week? Is that still top of mind for you?
Well, for me, it's always going to be top of mind because I think we have to differentiate between those long-term undocumented who basically are following the laws, keeping their heads down, waiting for their path forward, and those other individuals that are here choosing to engage in some of the most dangerous criminal activities that we see. And even yesterday, as we saw the purported raid at a school, which turned out to just be the Secret Service, you know, there were families who were refusing to go pick up their children out of fear of immigration being at that location. You know, we cannot live in an environment where it's constant hysteria. You know, we should be able to work with our federal partners, allow them to go after those individuals whom we know are dangerous to our community so that we don't have to have these kind of panic attacks every time someone's coming into the neighborhood. Tom Homan, Donald Trump, and ICE have all said that they're trying to be as surgical and strategic as possible. And it is the policies of democratic cities that are going to make this harder for them to accomplish their goal over the next 4 years. This isn't going to change anytime soon. So we need to figure out how to make this work quickly so that we can bring down the anxiety levels in our neighborhoods.
And it's so interesting. You're actually taking the position that in order to protect law-abiding people who are looking for that path forward, that now is the time to cooperate with President Trump and Homan. What would you say to those on the left who say now is not the time to cooperate, now is the time to resist?
I think they have to choose and be prepared to articulate what exactly they want to resist and why. Are they resisting simply because it's Donald Trump, because they are not interested in actually doing anything productive, or they just want to fight Donald Trump and be able to say that they stood up to his agenda? Because I don't remember hearing any of this over the last 4 years when President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris were in charge, and they could have put that energy to push for changes under that administration. They did nothing. They allowed them to prop open the door for millions of individuals to manipulate asylum, leapfrogging all over those undocumented that have been here long term. And now, as of this week, 6 days into this administration, now it's time to panic. It doesn't make sense to me.
Interesting. And you're inside some of these Chicago leadership meetings and the decisions taking place. You took issue with one suggestion, one piece of training in particular, which was that undocumented individuals put a notice on their door, a piece of paper on their door saying, ICE, I know my rights. Tell me why. You said this is the stupidest idea you've ever heard.
You know, it still remains one of the stupidest things that I've ever heard. When you're trying to protect people who you don't want to bring attention to, telling them to put a sign on their door to bring more attention to themselves. Short of putting a giant U on an armband for them to walk around so that people know they're undocumented, I don't know why anyone would think that that was a good idea. The only time you hear such bad ideas is when people are so disconnected from reality that they think that simply coming up with any suggestion is a good suggestion. It is not. Working with the administration, who has already promised to help find a pathway for dreamers and has committed so far to only going after dangerous criminals in our communities, is the way forward if we are willing to put aside the politics of the moment and focus on doing what's right for the people here in this country.
Alderman Raymond Lopez, always appreciate the perspective and the time. Thank you.
Thank you, Natasha.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.